Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your head right.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. Stressologists. Any stress in your life? Well, most of us do. Unfortunately, we don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too. It is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. So I'm going to pull that up for you on my blog. Why do you worry when you don't have to? On my blog, Zelda Speaks. WordPress.com, and you can sign up right there and find out how you. And remember, sharing is caring. If you care about yourself and your loved ones, help them see their way out of a mess. Give them the gift. It makes a great birthday gift. It makes a great holiday gift. So instead of running to the store getting something that they really might not need, give them a worry-free life. Give them the gift of a worry-free existence. And thanks for sharing. Make it a great day.
7 to 9 a.m. Be sure to bring your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness coach. Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moments with us today. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned for your next session of mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. And make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Sun is not going anywhere, and I don't want it to go anywhere. Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining us today on The Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. We are just here to start your day off on the good foot. Remember James Brown? On the good foot. Yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. And the question of the day is, how are they treating your family members that are incarcerated? Because we all know somebody who knows somebody. We all got some family members incarcerated because that's the way it is in America. That's just the way it is. But anyway, we are here. And we will be joined by Linda Barker, Sistahs of the Hood, who will be joining us. And she will break it down about 2 laws that are going into effect that will affect all of us. So we need to know about them and what we can do about them. So that's what we're doing today. It is Monday, April 24th. Happy Earth Day, birthday, born day. If you are celebrating a birthday, we're celebrating it with you. So happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy born day to you. And thank you for joining us on the show this morning. And let us keep in prayer the sick and the shut in the non-believers and those who have given up hope. Can't give up hope, honey. That's all you got. You got to keep hope alive. And if you are listening online, and I know you are, so thank you very much. Be sure and join us on our YouTube and Facebook channel, Higher Learning TV Show. And also be sure and check out the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And you can hear it 24/7 on our YouTube and Facebook page, Higher Learning TV Show. But all you really have to do is go to YouTube. I'm sorry. It's early in the morning, y'all. HigherLearningNetwork.org. HigherLearningNetwork.org. In the upper right-hand corner, you just click on Facebook or YouTube, either one. Anyway, but if you are headed out and about today, that's another story. You know it's Monday, right? It is crazy outside. Traffic and weather is brought to you by Karen Kelly of itex.com. If you are a business owner or entrepreneur, this is a barter organization that we've been with over 10 or 15 years. I don't know. If you have or are in need of products or services and you're an entrepreneur or business owner, you can trade here. And that's what that's about. So anywhere that you can go, big box stores, Walmart, Target, Costco, anywhere that you can go, if you can go on iTex and you use iTex dollars, which is recognized by the IRS, so you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay money. You pay IRS barter dollars. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. I promise you, you'll be glad you did. As we take a look at the weather, it's freeze warming, in effect, partly sunny, cooler near the lake as usual, and up to 52 degrees. It's 35 right now. No reported delays on Metro or CTA, but inbound on the Kennedy is another mother. It is 45 minutes inbound, 31 on the reverse, and it's slow everywhere in any pocket you can think of. Inbound on the Edens is 35, 27 on the reverse. On the Eisenhower, it's 48 minutes in, slow at Harlem Avenue, 31 on the reverse. On the Stevenson, it's always slow to the Circle, 25 minutes in, 21 out. That southbound curve, there's a delay at Foster due to an earlier accident. Inbound on the Dan Ryan, slow 95th to 35th, 22 minutes in, 20 on the reverse. On the Bishop Ford, it's 10 in and 11 out. And DuSable Lakeshore Drive, it is 10 minutes in and 10 minutes on the reverse. And that's your traffic and weather, sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. And you know what that means? It is time for your information. I should say time for information for me to share with you. If you are aware, or if you're not aware, I'm about to make you aware, because over the weekend had a wonderful weekend at the Cine Youth Festival. It was a celebration of filmmakers and filmmakers under the age of 22. Can you believe that? Yeah, right here in Chicago. Yeah. This was it. But the information will be on my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and my new blog, Inspirational Conversations. Remember Inspirational Conversations back in the day with Troy Tyler? And on Gospel Radio 1390 WGCI, well, yeah, I'm bringing them back. People have been asking, when are you going to do those again? You know, I did this before the internet was even popular. So there you go. It's inspirationalconversations.blogspot.com. And I will let you get just a little taste of that. And then you can go there and see it yourself. And I'll be doing this on a daily basis. So just to give you a little inspiration on life's journey, roads may appear smooth, but sometimes we just need to sit still, be still, and move. Trust your intuition, whether to go left or right. Be still. Just simply for a few minutes. Take a long deep breath. Push the gut. And breathe again. And that is your inspirational conversations with Zelda Speaks. So you be sure and check it out and share that with someone because somebody somewhere needs to see that. Even if it wasn't we all know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who needs some inspiration. So I just want to share that with you. And speaking of inspiration, it is now time for your Monday morning inspiration. And your inspirational reading comes from Mike House. And if you don't know who Mike House is, you simply text me and I will put his information. I will text you his information, I should say. So you can text me at Monday Morning Mindfulness 219-699-2114 for updates. But right about now, I want to share with you inspiration for the day from Mike House, and he sends it to us every single day, and we are most grateful because it touches all of us in a very special way. So this is from Mike House to you. Monday, April 24th, my vibration invites loving relationships into my life. The vibration of love is healing and joyous. The more we develop an intimate, unconditional, loving relationship with ourselves, the better equipped we are to give unconditional love to others. We can love others only when we truly love ourselves. Amen. Say that. I practice giving unconditional love to myself. I work on removing harsh judgments of myself. And I give forgiveness and acceptance to all aspects of me. As I create a vibration of love within me for me, I am better equipped to send a loving vibration out into the universe to attract loving relationships with others. And that includes you. Thank you, wisdom, in me, through me, and around me, as me, through the Christ within. And so it is. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps faithfulness shall find good. And that's from Proverbs 19:8. And that's your inspirational conversation from Mike House. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I also hope you enjoy the upcoming Monday morning mindfulness meditation. Why do you do that, Zelda? I do that because we live in a society that always has us moving forward, always doing, but it doesn't remind us to just be and to just breathe and to take care of ourselves. So that's what we're doing. We're just basically taking care of ourselves. The first 5 minutes, I spend the first half hour if I can, with myself, and you should too. Why is that important? Because you, as Dr. Maya Angelou would say, before you face the day, face God. I say face the spirit that is within you, that guards you and guides you and protects you and keeps you calm. And all of that energy comes from you, from the breath. And we have gotten away from the breath. So that's what we do here for Monday morning mindfulness meditation. We simply breathe in and we simply breathe out. And we do that through the nose. We breathe in through the nose, hold it for 5 seconds, and then blow out through the mouth. And the reason why we blow out through the mouth and make a sound because we want the vibrations in our body to change. We want good energy bouncing and flowing all over the place. You see, I tried to duck the sun just coming through, but I'm loving every minute of this. Come on in and bake me, child. Anywho, so we will begin the process of breathing in and breathing out. And this is not for everybody, because not everybody is ready to be in another, what's the word I'm looking for? Enlightened. You know, most people want to stay stuck where they are. So thank you for staying where you are and opening up the possibilities of what's available for you through the power of the breath. Deep breathing, it expands the lungs and it triggers receptors in the brain, and you wonder why you feel so good. It's because you took the time to be with self, to recognize self, to be grateful that you're awake and move forward. So let us begin the process. We'll breathe in. Nothing on your feet. Don't have your legs crossed, feet flat on the floor, nothing in your hand. And just simply breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to stretch. So let's breathe in. Through the nose, take a long, deep breath. And when you breathe in, you should feel your chest expand. You want to feel that chest expand. And then you hold it for 5 seconds and then you blow it out through your nose. Whoa. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And then blow it out. Once more. Inhale deeply. Feel that chest expand. Hold it. And then blow it out. And while you are breathing, your mind is going to be wandering all over the place. What's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? Errands I got to run, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. When you hear this, you simply bring your attention back to the gratefulness of your breath. And you breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. And blow it out. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And blow it out. Exhale. And this time as we breathe in, let's open up those arms. Open up that energy field and just stretch and stretch and stretch and feel good. Yeah, move that body from side to side. I got a high back chair so I can turn and twist and twist and turn. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Inhale deeply. And turn to the other side and stretch and stretch and stretch. You're just talking to your body this morning, giving thanks for it. Because it didn't have to move. It could have stayed stuck in the bed and you couldn't get up. So, honey, give thanks for the power of the body where we can move and stretch and think and inhale deeply. Hold it and blow it out. Okay, let us continue. Inhale deeply. Taking the power of the breath up to the forehead, down through the face, and landing on the shoulders, and we blow it out. And we inhale deeply. Bringing the energy of the breath up through the chest and the solar plexus and the arms. As we breathe in, as we continue to blow it out. It doesn't matter if we're breathing in and out together. It doesn't matter, baby. As long as you are breathing. As we inhale deeply. Bringing the power of the breath in. And as we exhale, let it out. Bringing it down through the solar plexus, the sides and the hips and the thighs. Inhale deeply. And as we blow it out, giving thanks for the power of the energy in our bodies, moving on down through the knees. Yes, always giving thanks for the knees that keep us mobile. And for my North Shore therapist, Colleen, thank you so much. And Pedro and Sabrina for making my visits wonderful. I don't look forward to seeing you no time soon because I'm doing my home therapy exercises. Okay. But I just want to say thank you for the knees. Thank you for the knees. Thank you for the legs. Thank you for the ankles, the arches, and the insteps, and the toes. Yes, we know those toes. Oh, that feels good. You can feel. Do you know how many people are paralyzed? Oh, I'm very grateful that I can feel these toes as I inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Bringing the energy back up from the ankles to the legs and the knees and the thighs as we continue to breathe in and breathe out. Just breathe in and breathe out on your own as we inhale. Bringing more love, light, and energy back up through the buttocks and the thighs and your sides. As you rotate from side to side, giving thanks that we are always at the right place at the right time with the right breath as we breathe in. Hold it. Excuse me. And as we exhale, blow it out. As we inhale, bring that energy of the breath back up through the solar plexus and the arms as we stretch again, as we give thanks for the power of the breath as we breathe in and as we breathe out, as we continue to give thanks that the oxygen is moving and keeping us breathing, because somebody somewhere is on a respiratory and it's not you. They're on a machine. They have asthma, COPD, whatever their respiratory illness is. Look at you breathing on your own. Is that enough to be grateful for? Say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Inhale deeply. Bringing that energy back up through the shoulders and the arm and the neck and the back of the head. Take these two fingers right here and your thumb and squeeze the back of the neck. Stimulate it, because that's where the vagus nerve is running down through your spine. And you stimulate it, let it know that you love it and you appreciate it, because it keeps you on point. And then take these fingers right here and massage. This is where I hold my attention. So or wherever you hold your attention at, this is what I do. I just need the back of my shoulders right there. Just need it. Just give it some love. I love my shoulders. I love my neck. I love all of me, despite what the TV commercials tell me that I need to weigh 110 pounds. I don't think so. No bones here, baby. Okay, and if you small, that's wonderful for you, but don't work for me. As we breathe in, and as we give thanks for all of our body parts that are working this morning, because somebody somewhere is unable to get up on their own. And the fact that we can, hallelujah, let the church say amen. We are moving this morning. We are giving thanks for the power of the breath that is circulating and percolating all over the body, because it is the power of the breath that arms us, that keeps us and guides us and protects us. And we are so very grateful that when we are in times of chaos and confusion, we simply close our eyes and do what? Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. And if you got just a little funk on your breath, just a little stank on your breath, baby, blow it out through your nose, through your mouth. Because you know what? Chances are, whoever is about to invade your privacy, chances are they're going to get back, because your breath smells real bad. So that works, and it works if you work it. So inhale once more. Hold it. Bring your head forward, chin to chest, and slowly rotate that head to the left as you blow it out, and slowly bring the head back around. Slow down. You're moving too fast. Why are you looking at me? You should be rotating your head. Stretch. That's right. Stretch. Feel that stretch. Rotate your head around. Come on, back around. Slow down. Just feel the stretch. You want to be present in your body. We run from place to place to place. Let's be still and inhale deeply. Hold it. And as we blow it out, bring your head forward. And rotate the head to the right. Slowly. Slow down. You're moving too fast. Yeah, feel that stretch. Feel that stretch. You should just be getting over to the left and bring it around back to the right. Head up. Inhale deeply. And turn your head to the left as far as you possibly can, feeling a stretch in the right side of the neck. Feel that? All right. Feels good, doesn't it? You know you deserve some time with you. You go ahead on with your bad self. And you inhale deeply. And blow it out. Turn your head to the right as far as you possibly can. Feeling the stretch in the left side of the neck. Am I talking like boo-boo? I don't know. There's a cartoon inside of me somewhere. Okay. All right. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. And now this is your moment to give thanks. As your thoughts are wandering, you bring them back to the power of the breath as you inhale deeply. Giving thanks for the power to connect with the inner power, the power that created us, that designed us to do, to be, and to have, and to connect with the force that is within us, that guides us, guards us, and directs us every single way of the day. But in order to be aware of that, we must become still. And how do we become still? Simply breathing in and breathing out. And I hope you've enjoyed Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And I do hope that you will share that with someone, because you know we all stressed out. Everybody's stressed. It's so crazy in the world. I can't tell you. That's why this symposium was so very important this past weekend. If you go on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, Higher Learning TV Show, you'll see the State of Black Health 2023, Raising Awareness and Celebration of Minority Health Month from Conception to Expiration. And you'll see it on my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. And you'll also see it on our Facebook and YouTube page. There is so much information. Higher Learning Network had a booth in which we gave away free information on how I reversed type 2 diabetes. I had free booklets there. So if you were one of the fortunate few that showed up, then you just might very well have it. So thank you very much. And I hope that you would share it with someone. And there's a 24-hour hotline from Habilitative Services. Actually, it's habilitative.org. And they have a 24-hour hotline if you are in need of talking to someone and who can understand, recognize, and respond to the effects of trauma. You can call the 24-hour hotline at 773-745-2620. And that information is available for you. So all you have to do is share it. And speaking of sharing, I know you know how important it is to keep warm at night. And everybody is not warm at night. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. And the truth of the matter is that at the Higher Learning Network, we have teamed up with the OCN, the Obliging Care Network, and we are producing the first homeless benefit gala. Have you ever heard of such thing? Yeah, I hadn't either. So this is what we are doing. And if you go to my YouTube page, it's on zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. It's on there too, but it's also on the Facebook page for Obliging Care Network. So just go and type that in. And what I want to show you is what we do while we do it. Well, I should say while we do it. Why we do it is because in 2019, February 2019, my little brother, Douglas Robinson, was murdered in Tent City. And he is not alone there. The other people have been murdered since then as well. But this is our Instagram page that I want to share with you. It's instagram.com/HLN.homeless.project. And I'm going to scroll up so you can see what it is, excuse me, that we do here. If you've never seen it, now you get a chance.
Okay, it is Thankful Thursday, and we are so grateful for all the goodies that we got here.
I'll be the good one.
Okay, you take a heavy box, because that's a light box.
Point me to a heavy
This is a heavy box right here. Yeah. Y'all got to break that stuff down, because it's in here.
It's all of this?
Not that one, but this one and
This one,
yeah.
this one?
Not that one there, not that one. This one. Oh, wait, come on back now. We got another one over here.
This one? Oh, let him get it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is that's a little heavy. That's courtesy of European American Association. They donate the food. Not that box, not that box, not that box. Yes, that one too, but that's a box of juice. That's a box of juice. So plenty of juice. You are quite welcome, and as you can see, we are right here by the Kennedy Expressway. If you look down there, you'll see it. It's on Desplain Street. That is north of here. Just one block is Roosevelt Road. And south of us is Taylor Street. And it's right here by the BP gas station. So if you find it in your heart, they need butane. I got butane. I forgot I got butane. Somebody get the butane. They need butane too. I almost forgot. I'm glad I did the PSA. Now see, not this. How you gonna forget? Okay. How you gonna forget the butane, Zelda? You always asking everybody to send money for butane, and you forgot the butane. How you gonna forget the butane? Well, you know I'm a senior. I forget things sometimes.
You know, they are always in need of butane. I don't care how hot it gets here in Chicago. At night, it's cold and they need butane. Okay. And I used to get it at Walmart 2 for $10. Walmart going out of business. So they was like, nope, they charge $10 for one. So now I go to Home Depot and I get 2 for $15. So because Walmart charges $10 for one. So can't go there anymore. Well, I can, but we would overpay. So thank you so much in advance for sending in your donations to the Higher Learning Network, tax deductible, mind you, they are tax deductible. And you can send Cash App, Zelda Speaks, the number 2, PayPal, go to higherlearningnetwork.org and just click on it. And for Zelle, you have to call me at 312-409-6619 because you need to call me, or info@higherlearningnetwork.org. All right. Alrighty, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that is for your tax deductible donations. And it is 7:30. It is time for our first commercial break. And when I come back, I want to share with you a dynamite sister I met on the West Side, and she is just making things happen for our family members who are incarcerated. And you can't say that you don't have anybody this, because we all know somebody who knows somebody who's incarcerated, don't we? All right, tell the truth, shame the devil. So let us take our first commercial break. And while we are taking our first commercial break, I need you to pull out your phone and call somebody and let them know that the Female Solution is on, and we're talking about how you can help protect your family members who are incarcerated and what you can do about it. So stay close and we'll be right back.
About finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answer yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 212-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com. What if you could live to be 120 years old and remain active, healthy, alert, and vibrant? Our bodies are made up of cells that are constantly rejuvenating. So if we take proper care of ourselves, we can literally defy aging. Join us every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to learn about self-care from Sistahs Essentials on the Female Solution Blog Talk Radio Show. Learn how to help your body and yourself feel rejuvenated each day through proper nutrition, sleep, frequency medicine, and many unconventional methods of self-care. I'm Jody Sistahs. Join me and my amazing guests by calling in at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak. We'll help you achieve a breakthrough in your health today. What happens when a group of people are kidnapped from their homes, smuggled away in chains, and held captive in a foreign land where they are tortured, raped, and forced to perform hard labor by the lash of a whip and under the constant threat of death? Slavery, the African American psychic trauma. What happens to the doctors, writers, scientists, builders, educators, and spiritual leaders from Africa's golden age? Who did they really capture and sell into slavery? Are all African Americans suffering from psychic trauma because of a conspiracy to hide their true identities? Do you have psychic trauma? Take the test on page 22 of the book and see. Order it online today at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. And get your personally autographed copy of the book, Slavery, the African American Psychic Trauma.
Great rising. We are back and I have the echo. And that means something needs to be removed. Already now. All that can go wrong will. Because this is what happens. Okay. Okay. Why do I hear an echo? What? Okay. That means I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to bring you on. Linda Barker at the stream. There's grand. Now I got it twice. I gotta get me out of here. I don't know what's going on. I gotta get back removed. There you go. It's Monday, honey. I'm just always with something. Oh, okay. Why do you feel here? I'm trying to get rid of it. It won't let me get rid of it. It needs to know how you feel. Remember being created while it's created. Oh, help me. I can't get it out of here. I'm gonna have to leave the studio and come back. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, then bring me. There you go. But I still hear echo. Why do I echo? Why am I hearing it echo? Can you hear me? And now you froze. And now we are froze. Linda cannot hear. Nope, she's stuck. Nope, didn't hear. Okay. Okay. I'm going to remove everything. And there I am. But I still have echo. But it is. Um, turn it down. Oh, thank you for bearing with me. There's always something. You know, they don't want you to worry. They want to keep us in bond. How did that happen? Leave the comment. I know that. How did that happen? I hate to have to sign up. Linda, you're not. I can't see you, Linda. I can't see you. I can't see you. And now that's Linda. Lost Linda. Turn that down. Look, are you? I apologize, y'all. Thank you for waiting. I got to do this one. If it ain't working, it's another. Okay. How are you family members while they're incarcerated? That was so why can't you pull Linda? Pull myself twice. Now you yes, will you go away, please? I can't get you away. It will not crazy. see if that one. Okay, that now all I need to do is get Linda back in. But while that, I still hear echo. Now, Angel, where are you? I don't want to move, but I can't stay like this. Yeah, yeah, I want this bill to get passed. There's a bill, and this bill will those who are incarcerated. Until we get that, I'll just let you see the bill until we figure out what the heck is going on. Yeah, I was going to interrupt because they do not want you to know this information. So I'm just going to play. How about that? This is learning to hold in prison. Check this out, y'all.
Is not a university. It's a prison. And these men are learning how to code.
Give them tools, give them support, they will not reoffend. It's going to change the dynamic of families across the country.
We went behind the walls of one of our country's oldest and most infamous prisons to check out a program that's transforming the lives of their students. On average, 50% of incarcerated people in California reoffend after their release, but not a single graduate of this.
See, they don't want you to know. Let me mute that right here now. Yeah, coding. And if I could just pull her in. No, I don't see it. I don't know what happened. Oh, okay, let's see if I can play the video. Yeah, they showed them what they're doing. Everything they can. Oh, there you go. There you go. I think I got it. I think I did. Lord, have mercy, and I connected. Oh, okay, Linda. We seem to be yeah. With no Facebook overnight. We just have to. Okay, there's Linda. Yeah, I have two windows open. Okay, here she is.
Good morning. I had to come on my phone, girl.
It's okay.
God is good, you know?
Yeah.
I just say the devil is a liar. I got to get with myself.
I know that's right. You got me in here twice. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah. He said something went wrong, but I said, Lord, what must I do? He said, you got three phones in front of you. What you talking about? What must you do?
Okay.
So I'm here.
You hear and I hear. And I need to know. See, this ain't working. Because when I talk, I hear two voices. I got two windows open and I can't get rid of them.
Like an echo?
Yeah. I think I hate to sign out and sign back in, but I don't see any other way to do it.
Okay. So you want me to sign out too?
Yeah, I guess I got it. I don't know why, unless Naima can come up with something different. Let me just make sure you're on Facebook. I don't have Facebook open. I don't. Let me stop seeing and see what works. No, that's not it. I have two windows open. Don't you do nothing. Let me sign out. There's Linda. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear an echo?
No.
Uh-oh. Did that do it?
No. Go again.
That's not an echo?
No, I'm not hearing the echo.
I maybe that's just my voice out here. Okay. All right. How about that?
Okay.
Wow. Last month. If you were just tuning in, I still help this whole. I got this is I can do this. Let me get rid of remove. That will help. Okay, I removed that. So Linda's by herself. Okay. And it keeps every time it takes me.
Now you're breaking up, sorta.
Yeah. Let me go back again. You know, I'm gonna remove myself from both of them. Why don't you just talk? Why don't you just talk about that? Introduce yourself and just talk.
Just talk about what it is I'm here for today. Sure, you know I will. Most often we have looked at the justice system as being the justice system. We know that it's not for justice is not for all. So with the new laws that have transpired, we as a people intend to be heard. No longer will the voices of the inmates or individuals incarcerated be stifled. What we're doing today is creating a round table. And this round table consists of 4 major areas: dehumanization, excessive sentencing, wrongful conviction, dehumanization, wrongful conviction, excessive sentencing, and the Accountability Act. Now, many cases with the new law, SB 2129, the cases no longer fit the sentencing. So in order to be of assistance with our assigned people designated to reassess these cases, we need to step up and be accountable. Think about one thing. An individual that's incarcerated has to live. So their family is struggling to support them as well as maintain at home. The state somehow is getting paid for their presence in these facilities. The appellate courts are bombarded with cases that have been in appellate court for over 15 years. It's time for us to apply these laws. The SB 2129 and the HB 3373 will work with us. While an individual is going through this process, they're going to need help. And let's face it, we get so much misinformation. We as a group, Sistahs of the Hood, goes through each week and pull out information that will benefit the clients, the individuals incarcerated, that will help them to have their voices heard throughout what they're going through. Now, the round table consists of those 4 major areas. We know that once a person is approached by a police officer, they're automatically dehumanized. We know that many cases are wrongfully convicted, which arrives with excessive sentencing. So what we want to do is bring forth in a manner to show our lawmakers and our politicians that these cases need to be addressed as well. We have many individuals in prison that are dying and they're innocent. I don't know how a judge can sleep or how a state's attorney or a prosecutor can rest knowing that had they moved that case, that might have been a thing that could have been prevented. So today, I'm introducing the round table. I'm speaking to ministers to speak to their congregations about this. If you know individuals that have been wrongfully convicted, stand up on their behalf. Have their family members reach out to find out just where their cases are. Just because a case is in appellate court does not mean that that individual cannot apply other revenues. But they've got to know how, and they've got to have support on the outside in order to make it happen. We are only a few, so we cannot stand up for everyone. So we're asking family members, If this is the case and you can validate this, give us a call so that we can bring your case to the round table as an example of what is needed to be addressed. Think about it. Your case or your family member's case will open doors for other cases because many people have been wrongfully convicted, which revenues excessive sentencing. So now we want accountability. So we have to approach these politicians, these lawmakers, and let them know. The governor started real good with what he was supposed to have been doing, but somehow his progress has slackened. We want to be able to help them. If they hear our voices in volume with a mass, we might be heard. Nothing violent, nothing disrespectful, all on a professional level. We want to address these issues. And in order for us to do that, we need teams, we need ministers, because prayer is so important. We need stress relief throughout this. The struggle is very hard. When you have 30 guys writing to you on the internet and sending you letters, and it's just you in that position, that's kind of hard. But my mission as I started, I'm Sisters of the Hood. My mission is to provide a holistic approach to self-sufficiency to our underserved population. We provide hand ups, not outs. We utilize our resources to gain resources. So this is what we do. And we're just asking for family members. Come on, let's be a part of this, even if it's not your relative. You don't know how it affects you in your pocket because you're paying to house these individuals. And these individuals are suffering. They pay over $12 for a case of water. 12. We're not going to talk about the expense for the other things that they pay for. What happened to the funding for these prisons? Where is it going? The medical services that are provided are rotten. That's why so many people are dying. But they're steady billing Medicaid and Medicare for these people. So let's make them accountable. Let's make everybody wear the shoes that they've been wearing. And this is my mission, and this is what I'm here for. Thank you.
Can you hear me, Linda?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I hear
I
it.
thank you for allowing me to come in again and speak.
And thank you for bringing this awareness to the community. I don't know how to donate already. Let me go down just a little bit. Welcome to Of the Hood. That's the website. Sisters of the Hood.
Yes.
And this is their mission to provide a holistic self-sufficiency. Individuals utilize our available resources and networking with others to meet the needs of our programs and purposes. And there is and founder of Sistahs of the
Yeah, there we were headed to a prison to get things off to a prison, a women's prison. They had lifers at that time we were working with.
Right. And this is Rena Thomas, the president, and Beulah Horton Jr., the vice president. And Irene Robertson and Constance Barker, advisors, Morning Wilson with Jason. So just go to the website. You'll see there's stuff in their goals and how they're making difference and how you can participate. So how did these programs come about?
Through need. a self-analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I created this thing called a me map. And in this me map, it tells the individual their goals, and it reminds them and it lets them know that it's okay to fail the first time, because in failing, you've gained a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Now go back and do it again.
Right.
So this is what we do. We motivate, we put people in touch, just like with your program. We let them know, hey, there's help out here in all areas.
Mm-hmm.
And we're working with different agencies that are coming together in this vision, because we know that we can't do this by ourselves.
Right.
But we look at if we can help alleviate this stress and pressure from some family members. We've got inmates in the Cook County Jail, been there for 9 years, just waiting on a trial.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the statistics on the juvenile, because I've been so wrapped up in IDOC's madness until, I can only do so much. So we need people to help us in these areas to make sure that we're targeting every area. There's 4 entities.
Okay, we got to echo again. So we got to get out of this, because this is not.
I thank you. And anybody can contact me. Our number's on our website.
Okay, and I'll put up Sistahs of the Hood.
Thank you.
But don't go nowhere. We're gonna take
No.
a break.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna kick us out and put this video in so that people can see this, and while we're at commercial break, it will a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody can see this. I mean, just okay. All right, now we can put the screen back up, because this is one of the things that's being done in prison, and that's learning to hold. And that's the number one thing that is happening, is learning to hold. So I'm gonna show this video and kick us out, and then come back. Okay, I'm gonna kick myself out too. Needs to play this coding. We'll just let this play.
This is not a university. It's a prison. And these men are learning how to code.
Give them tools, give them support, they will not reoffend. It's going to change the dynamic of families across the country.
We went behind the walls of one of our country's oldest and most infamous.
You see how the B have this, because my show doesn't do this this morning. It does not do this. And I am all over the place. I'm trying to show you video. It won't do that. Okay. I've got to get at it. I'm running through it's 15.
This is not a university. It's a prison.
face until we reach an agreement. On Air offers a fantastic global guide to communicators from all over the world using their internet platform to inspire us to be our best in order to become the we were all born to be. Once we do that, we'll see planet Earth transformed into a place of peace. Recommend YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and podcasts created by these Voices of Enlightenment. On Air provides daily news and a weekly magazine to keep you abreast of events and opportunities. On Air news affiliates in television, radio, and print share information, insights, and interviews with notable personalities. Go to OnAirEverywhere.com for a daily dose of uplifting news. We're on air everywhere, online all the time.
All righty now, Grand Rising. We are back here on the Female Solution, the Higher Learning Network TV show. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us despite all the technical difficulties. I discovered what it was, Naima, but I'm not going to say it on the air. Okay? I'm giving nobody credit this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. I am joined by CEO and founder of Sistahs of the Hood. That would be Miss Linda Barker. And she is telling us about 2 fabulous bills that can help you help your relatives in jail, because you know we all know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who locked up, okay? And a lot of them are in our family. So this round table that you're having, Linda, what are the 2 bills again?
The SB 2129, we're addressing issues there, and the HB 3373. Both of these address issues of release of some form. And I encourage people to read it. If they don't want to read it, they can, contact me. I can send you briefings on it, as to what it is and what you can do to help.
Okay.
Because we need help. We have inmates inside developing things to help. Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is a book that was designed by an inmate.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's selling them on Amazon to help. Yes, and it's called Campaign for Corrective Clemencies. This is serious.
Oh, wow.
We have teams with us that help with preparing clemencies.
Oh, wow.
So we're working, and we're trying to gain attorneys to look at the paperwork, to validate it before we, move forward with it. But we need the family's help. We need help.
Yeah. Because
we can't do it all alone, and it's not a me thing. It's a we thing.
It's a we thing, yes.
It's a we thing.
And
Your family member is my family member. We connected some kind of way.
Whether we like it or not.
Hey.
And this is the Campaign for Corrective Clemency. Is this the book that you were talking about?
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
That's the back.
He's developed those books, and we're encouraging people to order the books and have them sent to the individuals that are incarcerated. It's now time for us to utilize our resources, their knowledge. They got questions, write them out, send them to us, and we'll try to get some answers. This is a crucial time for us because they got more bodies behind these prisons that should not be.
Right. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. And most of them are people of color. Hello.
Yes.
So it's going to keep happening until we do something about it. And this is the beginning of it. The Campaign for Corrective Clemency. They need clemency. As a matter of fact, we had a sister on here not too long ago that was working. I think she was in her 60s or 70s, or in her 70s or 80s. I'm not sure. She was an elder. And this is one of the things that she's doing is working on clemency because she had to work on it for I don't know if it was her relative or somebody, but she got clemency for him. So it's like, yeah, well. So you are not alone in this effort, but you can go to Amazon and type in Campaign for Corrective Clemency. and it was just released in August of last year.
Yeah,
So,
right.
And what does this money help them do? And it's not going to you or Sisters of the
No,
Hood. It's going
no,
to
no. It's going to the purchase of that book. We have nothing to do with it. We just let him know whatever the process is. We get it to that individual that wants to order the book. It goes. I think after they order it, it goes. Whatever goes to him. I'm not for sure how that goes, but it helps him with his research and the things that he's doing incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't even have law library like they used to.
Oh, they don't.
Medical. There's the medical Statesville it sucks. It's they just put them there to basically die
Oh, yeah.
in the med. And we have so many agencies like Justice for Nick. This young lady carries water to the prison. She carries, her name is Cassandra. She carries water to the prison. She carries toiletries to the women's facility. And she does this through donations and in-kind, support. I feel like this, Zelda. I'd rather help buy enough soap to help someone than to use it frivolously. He's now showing us, huh?
How do we know that they're getting the supplies?
There's video, but see, that's one of our problems. We have to rely on the resources within the prison when the stuff comes in. That's how you know if they're getting it. And in most cases, I can't say that they are. I can't say that they're not, because I'm not over in that lane. I'm over in the round table.
Okay.
And we have, like I said, she's taking donations every day to help her with making sure they have water. A lot of these people are dying because they don't have the proper water.
Yeah.
If research is done on the fixtures in the Statesville Correctional Center and how many times it was supposed to have been allocated that it was closed up. I mean, what happened to that? We have to look at accountability. And who knows better than the elders? You spoke of that woman in her 70s. I'm 72.
Amen.
And I'm going to do what I got to so I can help you.
And looking good at 72. I want to be.
Hi. God is so good.
Well, we got another sister who's now in the 60s club. She ain't quite 70 either. She just made it to the 60s. And she's the executive producer of the show. And that would be Naima.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, girl.
Durant.
Thanks for saying it.
Thanks for making me feel like a young woman.
Okay.
She's not quite a seasoned citizen.
Right.
She's a teenage citizen. A teenage citizen.
No, she's a teenager.
Teenager,
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
I like that.
She's a teenager. Now you know something about working in the jails too now.
All right, then. We need to talk with her.
Well, several years ago, I conducted a parenting class for the women who had lost their children to DCFS because they were in jail. And I came in under a literacy program, and when I came in to help with literacy, I found out that they didn't have a parenting class, which meant if you can't get your children back until you pass a parenting class, and there is no parenting class, that means you're not going to ever get your children back.
That's right.
Women whose children had been sent to foster care, they had no idea where they were, who was keeping them. Their public defender, whatever, was not giving them information. I basically, first of all, helped them reclaim their legal rights to find out where their children are, so that they could keep in contact with their children and help them, compose letters to their children and prepare for their children to come visit them. Because what happens is, a lot of times family members will feel like it's best that your children don't know anything about what's happened to you. But children aren't stupid. They hear the adults talk. They know that you've been sent to jail. They know that you've done something bad or wrong or whatever. And they feel bad because nobody will talk to them about it, but they're talking all around them about it. And so they're angry, they're upset, they're acting out, and nobody understands that they're going through grief and shame and guilt and hurt and rejection and all those things because their mother is gone. So I help the mothers, first of all, get over the guilt of being in there and feeling ashamed and feeling like, well, I guess I don't want my children to see me in here, because I told them there's nobody on this earth that can take your place as their mother. And no matter what you've done, your children will still love you. And that was a big help for them to realize that your children will forgive you. Your children will love you, even if society says you're the worst person in the world. Your children still need you. So I help them reconnect with their children, first through letters, and then if their legal help wouldn't help them, find out who was keeping them in foster care, to go through the legal process and find out where their children were. And then we had a whole 8-week parenting class, and they got a certificate of completion at the end, so they were able to legally get their children back from DCFS. But it was really a big learning experience for me. And one of the biggest things, the spiritual revelation that I got, was that this system is not designed to be helpful at all. It's just exploiting people's pain and making it worse, breaking up families, causing children to be distressed, causing mothers to be distressed. And it just exacerbates whatever problem that got them in there in the first place, which was usually economics. I mean, every now and then it might be a, domestic situation where, maybe a woman killed her husband or something like that. But most of the time she was doing something to get money, whether it was prostituting or selling drugs or whatever. So you get punished for not having money and not having a lot of choices and not having a supportive family. And then they take away the family that you do have. And I understand some of them, they lost their children because they were out prostituting and they left the children at home. I understand all that, but still, you're a human being. So it was a chance for me to see how this system robs you of your humanity in a way that is not helpful at all, and it hurts other people connected to you. So this is why I'm appreciative of anybody who's an advocate of those who are behind bars for whatever reason, because first of all, that whole system of so-called justice is the most unjust thing we have on the planet. Hurting people because they're already hurt by an unjust system is not help. And so you're right, we have to revamp this whole thing and really help people who are committing acts that might hurt them or others because they're hurt. Right? We have to change laws, but first we got to change attitudes. We have to care about each other enough to really want to help each other and not punish each other for whatever we've done or whatever mistakes we've made.
You are absolutely right. And that is why we are having this conversation this morning, because one of the most important conversations that is being discussed is this right now. So let's take a look at it.
It's a prison. And these men are learning how to code.
Give them tools, give them support, they will not reoffend. It's going to change the dynamic of families across the country.
We went behind the walls of one of our country's oldest and most infamous prisons to check out a program that's transforming the lives of their students. On average, 50% of incarcerated people in California reoffend after their release, but not a single graduate of this program has returned to prison.
Students are coming back to society, and they're also getting offered jobs in successful tech companies.
The last mile is flipping the script on what's possible for their students when given an opportunity.
I look at my life, and every time I was disruptive, I always got punished. But here it is, tech disruption is celebrated, and they call it innovation. My name is Jason Jones. I spent about 13 and a half years in prison. I was getting write-ups, being very disruptive in the facility. From some advice, I got introduced to the last mile. It drastically changed my life, drastically. Now I'm the lead remote instructor at the last mile.
How many people know what coding was before getting there? That's real. How many people think this is like a definite job opportunity when you get out? I like that. I want y'all to know, like, y'all got support. Coding is hard. Work in teams, work together. Your biggest resource, and I tell this to every class, is the people in here.
In 2010, prior to starting the last mile, I committed to do about 30 minutes inside San Quentin and speak to a group of men about business and entrepreneurship. I thought I'd talk to them, I'd get a bunch of blank stares, and I'd leave. And what happened was this became one of the most engaged conversations I've ever had. These guys were prepared, they were interested, they had a lot of desire. Some guys had business plans that they'd been sitting on for years, and they finally had someone to show them. Before I started this, I had similar opinions that it was an easy remedy to just lock them up. And we talk a lot about second chances, but many people in prison basically didn't have a first chance. And to be honest with you, Silicon Valley is probably the ideal place for us to start this, because Silicon Valley is all about failure, dusting yourself off, starting over again.
It challenged me on so many different levels, but it was hard. Like, I struggled with reading still at that time. But the way I learned it was, like, I used to have a facilitator print out blocks of code for me, and I'll just write down in English what I think is going on, and I'll go test it.
The people in the program, this is their full-time job, so they're in the lab at least 30 hours a week. They live this. They meet on the weekends. They do their own whiteboard sessions. It's amazing how obsessed they are with this. Of our returned citizens, we've had 0 reoffend over the last 10 years.
The Last Mile is in 5 states today in the United States, 17 classrooms, men, women, and youth. We have returned citizens coming back into San Francisco and Silicon Valley area, and they were getting jobs and earning a much more than marketable wage and thriving.
The idea of being able to go through a process of redemption is critically important. People in the general public need to see that process of redemption, because it's not necessarily what someone did, it's what they've done since then. I mean, this country is sort of built on second chances.
So I grew up with this mentality like the world is against me. At 11 years old, I was in a foster home. I was walking down the street and one of my good friends got killed right in front of me. That same year I joined the gang and didn't have like no remorse for anybody I hurt. I went to prison because I shot someone that molested my daughter. I was really angry at the world. The Last Mile helped me see some potential in me that I didn't see at the time. I just had so much trauma that I needed to unpack and process throughout my childhood that I would just like sweep it under the rug. As time went by and I stayed in the program, I started to find more of myself, more of my identity, more who I wanted to be.
We feel like we're parents to a lot of people in the program, but Jason's particularly special. When Jason got out, it was really emotional because his son was there and he hadn't seen his son in years. Even at that moment, he was shedding that past and looking to the future. And it's one of the most rewarding things you'll experience, where someone is actually stepping into a new life.
What I'm most proud of, aside from who he has become as a person, is how he pays it forward and how he nurtures kids who could have been him, who he was, but he has such a genuine caring and spirit, and I love that about him.
You can change so many lives. Mentoring, showing them what success can look like if they choose a different path. Like so many youth, when I go talk to them, I tell them I'm an engineer, they're like, oh wow, you don't look like an engineer. And if they don't see me as an engineer, they don't see themselves as an engineer, and I think that's a big problem. I can come into these young people's life, or even some of these adults' life, and then show them something different than what their norm in their world is. You know, my time on earth, did I make more room for people, or did I take up space for people? I want to be able to say I made more room.
Beverly and Chris are developing a bold solution to one of our biggest problems. Subscribe to Freethink to be the first to see new episodes on more inspiring leaders who are catalysts for change in their communities.
Is that awesome or what? Learning to code in prison so that they will have the skills they need when they get out. I understand. I overstand. Oh, and thank you, Baba Kwame Sunhorse, who is the elder of the Female Solution. He is always sending us information to share with our viewing audience. And I mean, the stuff that he shares with us, I was like, oh my goodness. And he not only shared that video with me, but he shared this one with me as well. It's called The Last Mile radio show. Stories of Paving the Road to Success. That's a serious FM. It's called Last Mile, and they too are giving kudos to what is being done for the prisoners, those who are incarcerated. I have to use the word prisoners. But on the most recent episode of the Last Mile Radio, episode 7, Governor Holcomb spoke on this one. And I'm not going to let you hear it, but I'll put it on my blog so you can go and hear it. And it says, did you miss us live on air? Stream this episode with Governor Holcomb and Talisa Howell, who is a huge advocate of the criminal system justice reform and has supported the implementation and growth of the Last Mile prison education program since 2018. Talisa Howell is a graduate of the Last Mile coding program and excellent example of overcoming insurmountable obstacles. So that information is there, and I will be sharing that information with you on my blog on zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. And also I have another blog here too on HLN TV, but I'll pull it up in a second. But right now, this is the bill that we're, so those are House bills, SB 2129, and I got SB. That should be HB, shouldn't it?
SB.
One of the bills,
SB.
right?
Okay, so I have
the House bill.
Mm-hmm.
So 2129 and 33, HB 3373. And why is it important that they do this?
Because both of these bills address freedom.
Mm.
The bottom line, both of them address freedom, but the whole thing with the round table accountability, we don't want to have them released and have nothing set up in place for them to carry on with their lives. We want programming set up, mental health especially, medical health especially, and we want counseling and mentorship to help them reintegrate back into their families. See, this is not only just getting them free, this is getting them free. Free of all bondage of this.
Yes.
And that's what our intent is. We can't do it by ourselves.
Right.
We join other organizations that link with us, that provide other services. Right now, we're connected with this new organization, Hope Inc. And it helps other people elevate. Okay, so, and this is a West Side organization. Now, I know that a lot of people might say, well, she just West Side oriented. I want people to do what I'm doing on the West Side, on the South Side.
Okay.
I can't get everywhere.
I have a question. Is it possible to work with businesses and have them actually go through a process of interviewing and hiring people before they're released, so that when they go out, they already know they're going to be starting a job, as opposed to going out and hoping it happens and then it doesn't happen? And even having it so that it's clear where they're going to live, because we talked to
see, that's where the me map comes in.
Yes,
I want to know what you want to do. Okay, you get your freedom. What you gonna do after you get your freedom? I suggest to any families, you get into counseling as to how to deal with the incoming home, because there's going to be a big adjustment all the way around. An adjustment if it's the husband gone, the wife has to adjust, the children have to adjust. And in order to do that, they're not ready to go straight home. They need to go into programs that will help them and help them become employed. They got a lot of talent within the prison system. I got 3 or 4 unpublished books right now in my hands. That they're talented. They have nothing to do but create.
Right.
So again, we're supposed to be.
What was the name of that book again?
The name of the book that he has here is Campaign for Corrective Clemencies. But no, I have One is The Cat with the, this young man wrote this book by Arthur J.E. Three Lost Lives. Okay,
Can you send me that, Linda? Send me the text me a cover of the book so I can put it on the screen.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay.
But there's so much that we as a people have to look at. Once an individual is released, what then?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not right to bring them back into the family at that point, and then the family has to be held accountable for making sure.
Right.
They have no jobs, they have no information at all with regards to their freedom. Once they're released, they got to go for what they know.
Right. And what
even with the people, even with people that are newly paroled, they're not really giving anything. We have to educate and make our own people realize, you know, in growing up, I watched my grandmother as an entrepreneur. I didn't understand it. She was baking cakes, frying chicken, frying fish. I mean, she had it going on. Doing hair. Okay. I think she was making as much as my granddaddy was making.
Okay.
But they worked as a team.
Right. Right.
And they helped other people.
Yeah. Right. Because that's what
you grew up seeing that, because then you know what it looks like. A lot of families, they don't know what it looks like to actually take charge and create whatever you need. And I've talked to a lot of people who've had the jail experience, the prison experience, and they come out with absolutely nothing, and a family that's rejecting them because of whatever they did to get in there. And then you have a society that wants to keep punishing you forever. So you have no choice but to end up back in there just because you don't have other options of how to survive.
But you know, it's really, people don't realize when they come home, they say they're going to join all these different self-help programs, these workshops. You need, if you're newly incarcerated, newly released, you need to get in mental health. Ain't nothing wrong with getting mental health. Ain't nothing wrong with getting medical help. If you got to go down, I had a guy that called me and said, I ain't got no medical. They won't get up, go down to Cook County Hospital.
Right.
They got to wait on you.
Are there counselors that can make themselves known before the person is released? Like they can actually set up appointments, like, I don't know.
See, these are the things that we're in lack of. And who has the knowledge? The elders. They know how to set it up. So I'm challenging them. Come on out with me. Be resourceful with them. I don't want to carry my resources with me.
Right.
I want my resources to be here 40 or 50 years after I'm gone.
Right.
You know, I'm not looking to have a story written up about like Harriet Tubman, but I'm looking for the programs to be put out there. It doesn't matter who brought them up. To me, it doesn't.
Right.
What matters is, are they effective?
Right.
And that's what I'm about. Zelda, you know how I am.
Yes, ma'am.
I have generated programs that would really, it's remarkable how we were able to fill up a room of toys and clothes, brand new for children on the West Side. I have done this, so I know, but I just have to reach out and tell people, we got to step up. We got to be resourceful. We got to be willing to help. And my ex-offenders that are home, I need your help. Don't sit back and talk about to your family what you've been through. Get up and talk into a group of what you're going through.
Right.
That's the only way you can get help.
Is there a group meeting now that you would recommend?
I highly encourage NAFI. That's the National Alliance for Formerly Incarcerated. That's under Bennett Lee. There are other programs that are going on, but then with the COVID the way it is, a lot of them are in Zoom. We're working on now to create an ebook where an individual can go in and get all the information they need to help them through their struggle, from the mother with the hard-headed son to the daughter with the baby that she didn't really need.
Okay.
All of these things at some point create the hardship that could lead to incarceration.
Yes.
So we have to address those issues, and we have to think outside the box. That's one of the most important essentials. Don't be afraid to voice what you think. Nobody can hold you, like penalize you for your thoughts. Those are your thoughts. Just like my thoughts. Nobody realized what I was doing in my house after my office closed. I was on Connect Network with over 39 inmates, helping them get the SB 2129 application in.
Really?
Okay.
We got to talk about that.
Nobody knows. Nobody has the signatures on it, just the inmate.
Well, let's continue this conversation after our last commercial break. This is Linda Barker, CEO and founder of Sistahs of the Hood. We need the entire community to deal with these bills for incarceration of our families. And we're going to talk more about that when we come back. So stay close right after this message.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. We are part of the online network of Associated Internet Radio hosts. On Air. On Air empowers you with transformative news and interactive radio TV shows. This is such a wonderful time to be alive and to see our human family coming together as one community as a result of that powerful tool, the internet. We can now talk directly to each other all over the world. There's no need for conflict or misunderstanding. There's no need for violence to solve our differences. We can talk to each other face to face until we reach an agreement. Fantastic global guide to communicators from all over the world who are using their internet platforms to inspire us to strive to be our best selves in order to become the kind, compassionate, loving people we were all born to be. We'll see planet Earth transformed into a place of peace. Recommended YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and podcasts created by these voices of enlightenment. They provide daily news briefs and a weekly magazine to keep you abreast of events and opportunities. On news affiliates in television, radio, and print share information, insights, and interviews with notable personalities. OnAirEverywhere.com for a daily dose of uplifting news. We're on air everywhere, online all the time.
Oh man, I sent the Monday sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark. Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456. Join our global peace movement. Have we called to world peace and restoration of life, transcend culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
And we're back for the last 20 minutes of the show. There is no after show today. This is the show, because after this show, you need to go to work right away and get on these bills. SB 2129 and HB 3373. These bills address the incarceration of our families and how we can participate in that. And if you go to my blog at zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com and scroll up, you will see some of the information, not all of the information, but some of it. I'll be posting more before the, at the end of the show, I should say. This is the campaign for corrective clemency, and you can order this book. And where does the proceeds from this book go to, Linda?
To his campaign. It goes to the campaign for clemency, Dale Jackson.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I think that's his name.
And you sent me that information, so I'm going to pull it up in my email in just a moment here. But while we're doing that, I think Naima had a question for you to address.
Also, I know that there are a lot of people who are still serving time for selling marijuana, which is ironic because obviously the marijuana business was so profitable that the government decided to make it legal, but there's still people serving time for selling it when it was illegal. Is there an organized effort for clemency for those people? And I've heard the excuse, well, but when they did it, it was a crime. Yeah, come on now.
But you know what about, you know what? And I challenge this all the time. If when they did it was a crime, okay, it's the same thing. They were selling it to survive. Now the government is selling it to survive. Isn't still not the same thing?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay, so now why can't we address that? They're open, and one thing I'm looking at is they're opening up a lot of dispensaries, but guess where they opening them up at?
The suburbs.
Everywhere.
Not in
the Black communities.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, I know it's been a lot of difficulty for people to get those dispensaries. I understand you have to have a certain, just like any major business franchise, you have to have a large sum of money. So it's meant to price out the people who normally just be selling it on the streets. It's been put out of their reach, even the people who have an organized network to sell it. So,
but now that they've come up with this new law that it's not that they're, I guess, reprieving it. I'm not too familiar on that because I tell people through the door, I try to stay in my lane, and that's that HB 3373 and SB 2129. But I do run into people that are working on those different cases. See, that's what the round table is all about, bringing us all together, all of us, with our issues, our concerns. That's going to be one of the first round tables. Right. We've got a lot of issues and concerns that the inmates are sending out. I got a stack of concerns, and I asked one question to my 30 inmates. If you could let it be known, something that you don't feel that your family knows about that's going on here, would you be willing to talk about it? I've got all kind of input. Medical denial. The inmates have been denied. They're being denied their constitutional rights right now when their attorneys are not providing them with the call on what happened with their cases. Their lives are just being held there. And it's not just males, it's females and males, young children as well. It's not their fault that the state's attorney's office is losing their employees. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that the system is whacked and they can't do anything to help themselves unless we make noise.
Yeah, I really feel like the first thing is for us to get rid of the meanness that is
Yes.
rid of the whole system.
Ooh.
The idea that you deserve to suffer, you did wrong, you broke the law. I mean, it's the vengeance aspect of it, as opposed to seeing, first of all, if the person did something harmful, what was it in the society that misshaped them, that caused them to end up in that situation? And like economic denial of opportunity, denial of education opportunity, and all of these things, mistreatment, untreated trauma, all of these things. So now we have a system that punishes them for whatever distress they endured that got them in that situation, and then further traumatizes them. And I always feel like it's not a system, it's people. Each individual person that makes a decision to do something mean-spirited, whether it's ignoring somebody's phone calls when you're supposed to be the attorney that's helping them, or denying them information and you're supposed to be an officer that's supposed to help them. If it's a medical person and you decide not to treat them, the meanness in the person that does the thing to the person who's in the criminal justice system, which is the most unjust system we have. But if we can get rid of the meanness in the people who are involved with the people, that's a big start. And that means the person's got to look at themselves and say, what kind of person am I that I'm doing this? Do I think that I have a right to hurt somebody because I feel like they need to suffer pain because I don't like what they said they did or what they've been convicted of? You know, the meanness in us.
Well, you know, I'm on like 5 different prayer calls. I'm on 3 international prayer calls. And my prison ministry is on those calls. And I have individuals that are in stage 4 cancer. They've been in stage 4 cancer for almost a year and a half. They don't really know, yet what's going on. But I'm a strong believer that prayer works. I know prayer works. Okay. If it didn't work, it wouldn't have brought me from public aid to sitting here not getting paid. I know prayer works. Okay. As long as we realize that prayer works, and just ask your ministers, pray for this, pray for the guards in the prisons. I pray for them harder than I do the inmates. Because demonic spirits can jump anywhere.
Yes, they can. My sister.
I tell my client, I tell my inmates to keep, and I sent them a little folder that tells them Psalms 23rd. He said that he's our shepherd. So I work with that and I keep that on their mind. So therefore, that takes the sort of the code off of the crime that they're going through. We don't know how it's going to turn out. All we know is if we do what we're supposed to, we can only hope. My faith says if enough of us stand up, enough of us can be heard.
Amen. Say that. Jody Susan Calhoun, our Tuesday morning host of Self-Care, says, Grand Rising, wise women. She also says, thank you, Jody. Yes, mental health drives physical health. Say that. And Clifton Bradley says, keep up the great work. Thank you, Clifton Bradley. And if you're watching the broadcast in Chicago or whatever country you're watching from, type your comments in the comment section and let us know what city, state, or country you're calling from. What you're looking at here is my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. I know I talk fast. zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. This is where you can go and get the information after the show. This is one of the books, The Campaign for Corrective Clemency, that's available on Amazon.com. And this is the other book that you told me about, Linda, 3 Lost Lives by Jahi. His name is Joseph Ward. He's in Joseph in Ward B7077. What does that mean?
That's his ID number. His name is Joseph Ward, but that's his ID number.
And Jahi, what is Jahi? Is that the name? That's the name of the book.
That's the name of his book. That's his publicist's name, Jahi.
Oh, okay.
Pen name.
Mm-hmm.
3 lost lives. So that information is there, and I'll be adding more information as we after the broadcast is over. But one of the things that I did not point out, and I have to do this because the show is off the air in like 7 minutes, is the fact that I did not talk about the global virtual teen talent contest because we do not want our children being incarcerated, even though they are as well. For those who are available, we want to keep them on the street. And this is why we have the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest that is going on this weekend on Saturday, April 29th from 12 noon until 1 p.m. And the photos that you're seeing now is from the homeless gala. So information is there as well. Yeah, it's the first homeless gala. How did that happen? Well, go to my blog and you'll see all that information. That was from Friday, but I'm trying to pull up the global. There it is, the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. There it is. If you have teens, we want to keep them out of jail. We don't want them to go to jail because there's enough of them in there already. The location over on Ogden Avenue is full of teens, and they are, yeah, full of them. My sister retired from the Cook County Department of Corrections, and baby, the story she would tell me. I said, "Well, why don't you write a book about it, Vivian?" She said, "No, I want to live." She just let me. So, but yeah, it's a horrible experience. It's an experience you do not want. So if we can keep children from going there, this is what we do every last Saturday of the month, the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. And teens aged 13 through 19 can compete to win scholarships, prizes, and cash. And they can register by following those 3 steps, making a video clip of whatever it is that you do, sing, dance, photography, magic, drawing, arts, whatever it is, and send it to us in a link to your own YouTube channel, like this young man here, official Jack Jordan Jack. I'm gonna pull that up in a minute, but he was one of our contestants who was going on to do wonderful things. So I'm happy to have had him on the show. You can go there and pull it up as well. And then anyway, that you email that information to hlntvshow@gmail.com. Excuse me. There's lots of information on the blog. So go to it. But let me share this with you. I'm not going to even say that. I'm just going to say go to the blog and check it out. Okay, so that's where information will be for after the show. But this is what you want to pay attention to. These 2 bills that need to be passed, so they can only be done by you as members of the families. The SB 2129 and HB 3373 bills that address incarceration for our families.
Let me say this right quick. They're already passed.
Oh, they already passed. Okay, so
we're implementing them. We're implementing them.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means we're working with them now. You said you're going to do it, so when you going to do it?
Okay.
You know, that's what that is.
So is it a financial issue involving the implementation of these bills?
Well, what we're trying to do is generate groups, you know, to help with the implementation of completing applications or whatever's necessary. At this point, we're gathering cases to be documented, you know, just the actual case, not the inmate, but the case. Because there's so many under that area, you know, so we're addressing the cases. And of course, it's going to take finances. I do mailings twice a month. I do over 30 mailings to send in information to the prisons. I get no help with that. I'm not begging, but I could use a little help. If I can't, your prayer will keep me going.
All right now.
That's my faith. I keep my mustard seeds in my pocket.
Okay.
That's my faith. Okay.
Right. Keep your mustard seeds in your pocket because you're gonna need them seeds because it's some demons out here. And that's why we always provide you with inspiration. You know, as you heard back in the day, anybody who ever listened to regular, what do they call it now? Terrestrial radio, because it's ancient now. Well, if you heard me back in the day on Gospel Radio 1390, WGCI, the Troy Tyler Show, our sister station V103, and the Higher Learning Network TV show, you heard inspirational conversations. So now they're back, but they're in video form. We used to read them on the air, but now I put words to music. And this is just a small sample. Can we hear it? I think I need to turn the audio up. That might help, right?
Yeah.
So when you feel yourself a little out of whack, just go to this channel, inspirationalconversations.blogspot.com. I'll put that on my blog too. On life's journey, roads may appear smooth. Sometimes we just need to sit still. Be still and know. Trust your intuition. Whether to go left or right. Be still. If only for a few minutes. Take a long, deep breath. Trust your gut. And breathe again. Alrighty, just thought I'd share that with you. Thought you would appreciate that, and that is something that you can take with you wherever you go. Keep it on your phone and look at it. And I'll be doing them every day. I'll be uploading something so you can go to my blog, and I'll post that information there. It is 8:56. We are off the air at 8:57. Final thoughts, Linda, about that information?
Keep the faith, cause I am.
All right now, and they can and how can they reach you if they have questions? They want to participate and join this.
773-858-4453.
I'm going to type it in 773
858
858
4453.
4453, and that is the number to
Sistahs of the Hood.
Linda Barker, Sistahs of the Hood. And so if you want to contact her, this is the number you can call her, and you can get involved, because you know you got some family members that you need to have out of there. 773-858-4453. Last closing thoughts, Naima?
Well, I definitely agree that we should put forth the power of our positive thoughts and prayers for not just the inmates, but all of those who work within the prison, to change the spirit that is there, one of disregard to one of love and compassion and healing. Everybody who is behind the prison walls needs an upliftment of the spirit so that they can work with the spirit of God in them and they can transform lives.
Oh man, and that's exactly what we need, because we cannot do this alone, people. We must have your participation, and we know that you want to help. So we thank you in advance, excuse me, for becoming conscious and helping us help others. And you can go to our blog, our website, higherlearningnetwork.org. All the information that you need is there. It will give you links to everything that you need to know. And one of those is our Instagram. And check out the Homeless Project and how you can continue to be of service to those in need. Because you got up from a warm bed, somebody is still on the ground cold because they didn't have any butane. So please send your donations in to higherlearningnetwork.org. They are tax deductible, and you can donate via PayPal or any of the others. But I just want to share that with you to keep you conscious that there are those who are suffering, and it does not have to be. And on that note, let's say goodbye in all of our languages. Asante.
Asante.
Shukriya. cool.
Saudi Arabia, Shukran.
Shukran.
Ireland, عليك ورحمة الله وبركاته. And the mercy of God and God's blessing.
Thank you, ladies. Great. The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, the stressologist. Any stress in your life? Well, most of us do. Unfortunately, we don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too, because it is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. So I'm going to pull that up for you on my blog. Why do you worry when you don't have to? Go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and you can sign up right there and find out how you. And remember, sharing is caring. If you care about yourself and your loved ones, help them see their way out of a mess. Give them the gift. It makes a great birthday gift. It makes a great holiday gift. So instead of running to the store getting something that they really might not need, give them a worry-free life. Give them the gift of a worry-free existence. And thanks for sharing. Make it a great day.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our global virtual teen talent contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
Okay, you want to be stuck now? You want to show out because we got company?